Hi friends, welcome to the 100 Days of Care. It's the day before we get started on our first 100 days. We'll be beginning tomorrow together to undertake 100 days of practice together. At its root, at its heart, the 100 Days of Care is about looking inside, investigating the way in which we hold ourselves, the way in which we communicate with ourselves, that inner voice. Do we speak kindly? Are we encouraging and loving? Or do we have a tendency to criticize ourselves and force ourselves and should ourselves? I should be like this, I should feel like that. So we're going to use gentle discipline, which is the recalling each day to undertake our commitment for 100 days. And the mantra piece, that first step, a personal mantra that we're going to create and use, we're going to plant that in the heart each day, in the mind each day, by recalling it and reciting it. And you can do this in a formal way by sitting for a few minutes each day, gathering, pausing, breathing, knowing you're breathing, and reciting the words to yourself. Or you might make it something that you just stop during the day and recall, bring it to mind. However you engage with the phrase that you create for yourself, it's the consistency, gently reminding and coming back to these loving words that will plant the seeds. And as you plant the seed, what will happen, what tends to happen, is it might give rise to seeing more clearly the ways in which you're speaking to yourself internally. So you might notice more often that you're actually being a little harsh. And so over time, we're going to increase this kind and caring inner voice and replace the inner judge, the inner critic. And if you like, you can pair this practice of planting loving words into the mind with another daily task of your choosing or action of your choosing. So really, I would keep it to just the two. So you might get ambitious and think, I'm going to change my diet, I'm going to change my sleeping, I'm going to change, I'm going to start exercising, I'm going to do an hour of yoga a day. We get very excited. But just keep it small, keep it manageable, and keep it just to one or two things. So the one thing being the new phrase that you create, and the second being something small and measurable, like 5 minutes of breathing practice, or one act of kindness today, or generosity. I'm going to give a compliment to someone every day, to a friend or a colleague, or to a stranger, somebody in a store. That could be your daily undertaking. You could write a haiku poem each day as your daily undertaking. Again, it's something small, takes less than 10 minutes, less than 5 minutes even, and something measurable, so something that you can know that you've completed it. And it's going to act the same way as this mantra. It's going to bring the rest of your actions into relief, meaning a distinction between the foreground and background. You become aware overall of how you spend your time and how habits are formed, and how discipline really is about this steadiness and the simply doing what you set out to do without making it huge. Yeah. So I'm really excited to join you with this 100 days. We have the 3 forums. Please actively participate. So the participation on the forums are Insight Timer of the Facebook group, or you can be posting and tagging and hashtagging on Instagram. Engagement with the other people who are undertaking the 100 days creates the 100 days. it doesn't come into full existence until there's that community support where we're accountable to ourselves and to each other. We can share success, we can share challenges, we can ask questions, we can practice with each other. So, in the example of giving support or encouragement or compliment to someone every day, you could be working with the people in the 100 Days Challenge with you. You could send them a little message of kindness, for example. I think that's maybe everything I want to say to get us started, and please ask questions if you have questions. Also, please feel free in the Facebook and Instagram and in Insight Timer to share resources and inspirational quotes or pieces that you use. Within Insight Timer, for example, there's many teachers. You could share a practice from another teacher. I'll be uploading guided meditations that you can use there. So let's lovingly and gently do this. I guess that's one more piece. I'll just say the daily-ish piece is to not give up. If on day 3 you forget to do your commitment, on day 4 just start again. And in this way we won't defeat ourselves before we really get that momentum. And along that same line, if you know somebody, if you're talking about you're in the challenge and somebody says, I want to do that, anyone can join at any time. So you can pick up and join us at day 20, and you could either make it an 80-day challenge so you finish with us, or you can continue on beyond the end of the formal closing. So the dates for this round are September 12th, Monday, September 12th to December 21st. It's a long time, so keep it small and keep yourself joyful about it. Thank you.